So I think a lot of you will have seen this if you've been into the clinic, because this diagram actually sits in my office, and it's the road to recovery. The road to recovery basically is looking at the principle of what it's going to take in order to get the healing response to occur. So there are essentially two kind of factors in it. So here, we've got an X and a Y axis. Okay, so this axis is basically looking at our recovery or stages or the healing process. Okay, so as we're going through, we're looking at how much recovery we're making, how many or what stages we're progressing through, or how far the healing process has actually gone. And the other one is time. Now, there are things that we spoke about in other videos about types of stressors that will actually start to inhibit or promote this process. So if we're doing things that will actually improve this process, what we'll start to see an incline in how we feel. So say, for example, like this incline may be that someone starts care. So they start getting adjustments, they start feeling really, really good. And when they start to feel good, they stop doing stuff to look after themselves, and they start to drop that down again. And then they start looking after themselves, and they start to drop it down again. And they start to look after themselves, they start to drop down again. And it's going to get to a point where the body feels good enough that they're going to stop looking after themselves. Now, we've got one or two things that are going to happen. All right. Realistically, people can choose to continue to look after themselves, or they can choose not to look after themselves. What's going to eventually happen is they're either going to do this, and over time, we're going to see a slow decline in that person, or they're going to opt the other way, which is to continue with care, continue with self-care, and just work on like a maintenance-based basis. So you're not working at the same frequency, you're actually slowing your frequency down, but you're still making that projection forward. Now, everybody has what we call an optimum or ideal function, and that's different for everyone. So some people, say for example, like an Olympic athlete, their optimum level of function is going to be significantly higher than, say for example, your average Joe. However, we all have that potential, and our bodies are designed to thrive, survive, and express health. And it's really the things that we can do that will actually keep us on this positive trajectory that are actually going to overall benefit our health in the future. The one thing that we know is true for everyone, despite or regardless of what your injury is that every single injury is going to take time. And the other thing as well, depending on the severity or how far down on this chart that you've managed to drop, is going to depend on how long it takes to recover. E.g., if you've dropped down a really, really long way and you're not doing as much to recover, and also you're doing things that are still causing tissue damage or distress, your recovery process is going to take significantly longer. Now, if you don't know whether you're doing things that are distressing your body, what I would suggest that you do is you look at my Healing Naturally video. I would recommend you look at the thoughts, traumas, and the toxicity videos, because they'll start to give you some ideas as to whether you're doing things that are actually distressing your bodies. It's been nice to speak to you again, guys, and I hope to hear from you again soon.